everyone. Welcome to our show, International Journey. Here we share the amazing journeys of international students graduating this semester. Tonight we have a special episode as two guests join us live from the studio. So without further ado, let's welcome our first guest, CV.
Hi everyone, my name is Yiwen Wang and you can just call me CV, and I come from Wuhan, China. I'm a finance major. It's my senior year here and I'm gonna graduate this May.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you, CV. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit more about your hometown?
So I was born in another city in the same province, but I moved to Wuhan with my parents together before one. I know a lot of people here is familiar with Wuhan because of the COVID, but other than that, we have a lot of fabulous things. We are famous for a lot of universities and lakes. So we have a lot of university, as also we are called as Thousand Lake City. Mm-hmm. So we have almost the most number of universities in the world. So, and other than that, the population in our city is almost 10 millions. So we are one of the most largest city in the China too. And we also have very famous ancient architectures called Yellow Crane Tower. Has I think almost 1,000 years of history. And we have Eastern Lake, other very famous stuff. And also we're famous for the snacks, food, and hot dry noodles. They're the most famous snacks from where I come from. Yeah.
Nice. And what interests you in coming to America, specifically SUNY Oswego?
So actually, for the very beginning, I just want to experience the different cultures. And very fortunately is my university in China, we have 2+2 programs, so which collaborate with other universities around the whole world. So that means I can spend the first 2 years, freshman and sophomore studying in China, and then spend the rest of 2 years in America. And the reason why I choose SUNY Oswego is very simple. It's a public university, mm-hmm. So actually means that I'm affordable. That's affordable for me. And then it's northern part of New York State. As far as I know, it's more safer than other states based on all the things I know here. And of course, it's near the Ontario Lake. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have a very good view. It's just next to the lake. So yeah.
I love that for you. So, and can you tell us more about traveling from China to Oswego? Was it hard? What was that like for you?
I actually spent almost 40 hours to from China to America, New York City, and then I fly from New York City to Syracuse. Then the international student and scholars, the services, they booked the bus for us from the Hancock to Oswego, and I'm glad they booked the bus for us, because before that I was worried. I was thinking to take went here with the Greyhound, but I was worried about the safety, because I know here people can carry the gun, and also I'm Asian, so I'm a little bit afraid of the Asian hate. But the people here are really nice, and I'm really appreciate the helps they offer to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found a good group of friends or good people to be around. Good for you. You mentioned the 2+2 program. Can mm-hmm. you tell us more about that?
So that program actually in China, it's a program especially for the students who want to go to international in the future. And other than that, the college life in China, it's almost the same. The schedule, everything's almost the same, but we don't have a whole week off. Here, a spring break or Thanksgiving. But we do have short holidays Qingming, Mid-Autumn Festival, Labor Day, and some other short holidays. And the dorm here, no, actually the dorm in China, sorry. Yeah. Dorm in China, it's pretty different than here. We have 4 people to live together, and we don't have kitchen. We cannot use high power appliances, and usually it's 7 floors. Some better universities they might have a lower like floors building, but we do not have elevators as far as I know. And during my leisure time, I will travel to other cities with my friend, and well, like, because the transportation there is really convenient, so we can go a lot of like cities, places, like without like a couple hours. And other than that, I think it's almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah. You were talking right before about the holidays. Do you celebrate any holidays here?
Yes, we do. Like the Lanterns Festival, it's just happened a couple months ago. The Chinese, I think the Chinese Students Associations, they celebrated with us together. And I think last year we had a spring festival, I think.
Ooh,
yeah, and of course every year we're gonna celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. So like we kind of have a mooncake. I think a lot of people here like share that with us too. So
yeah. You went to the Mid-Autumn Festival, right?
Yes, I did.
I did
it was
as well.
wonderful.
That was really nice. Okay, and when you're celebrating, do you celebrate with your friends here? What is anybody here specifically from China as well that you hang out with?
So usually I will celebrate this with my roommate. So she's very interested about the culture in China, like of course like Eastern countries. So I can tell a lot of like stories, and and of course she likes the mooncake. So I usually share that with her together. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, that's really interesting how the different education systems around the world are. It's really fascinating. So we'll talk more about CV's journey, but before that, let's take a quick break. Stay tuned with International Journey.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back to International Journey. We have CV today with us live in the studio. So CV, tell us how your college experience is different from that in China.
So the huge difference here is like the culture differences. Of course, like in general, of course I'm gonna have a culture differences. I cannot be very specific here. Just in general, it's the first thing shocked me is the culture differences. But like other than that, so the big like experience for me different is here is like I can get more information. I mean, information means like, because we have a fire war in China, so we cannot use a lot of like social medias like Twitter, Facebook, but so here like no matter what, is it like good or bad, I can get the information. But back to China, that's something, well, I understand, but not really. So yeah. So that's a very huge difference. And other than that is people here give me the feeling like they are more likely to tell how they feel, like what they're thinking and their needs. So a little bit like more straightforward to you to just say what they want. And so other than that, I think it's just about my classes, because here we're gonna have like choose the class by ourselves. It's not like back to China, the school will arrange the classes for us, and here's just your classmates always changing, but it's a good thing to know more people. Yeah.
Yeah, do you mind expanding upon the idea of people asking for what they want or saying more about what's on their mind a little bit?
So I think it's the culture difference a little bit, because in China I was taught, like, actually all the people are taught to be more humble, and sometimes you got to think about others like feeling, and but here's like, I don't know, is it like to say what you want, like how you feel right now? I mean, if I'm uncomfortable or I'm comfortable, or something like that, to say something like your truly feels. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. We appreciate it. So how do you feel about living at SUNY Oswego?
It was really nice. So I live on campus. I lived in the Ricks Hall, and it's the hall just next to the lake. So I got the very good view every day. And also Ricks is I think it's only one resident hall who has the AC. So it's very cool for summer. Sometimes maybe winter too. Yeah. And Ricks is also just next to the dining hall, so we can use the tunnel. We don't need to walk outside during the winter, which is really nice for us. Yeah, because I live in the southern part of China, not very used to the cold here. Yeah. And one thing I want to mention here is about the public transportation. I'm not really used to it. It's quite inconvenient. We only have like 1 or 2 buses every day, like working around the campus, almost end to the town. So it's a little bit inconvenient for me. So yeah. And other than that, I think I don't have a car here. So like I said, the transportation is really bad. I have to ask my friends or my roommate to take me everywhere I want to go to do the grocery shoppings. It's I feel bad every time when I ask them. Yeah. Of course, the temperature is really nice. The environment, I mean, because back to Wuhan, it's super hot. It's almost above 35 Celsius during the whole summer. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I know you're talking about public transportation. Do you use the Central Bus app, or do you know about that a little bit?
I do, because the first semester here, our Chinese club, they introduced us about the app and about the routine. I used the first couple months, and then my roommate can took me where we want to go. We go to the mall, we go to the Walmart here, so it's quite convenient for us. Yeah,
I
after
totally
that,
get
yeah.
that. All right,
Yeah.
well, thank you for sharing about that. But I do understand that the wind, it's a blessing and a curse. It's very cold, but then it's also like, I don't want that right now. But before we move forward, let's watch a short video of CV's memories. CV, thank you so much for sharing that video. Would you like to talk about some of the pictures that were in that video?
Yeah, so in that video we have we have a lot of picture of my dog. Yeah, of course. His name is Dami, which directly translated means big rice. Yeah, it's a corgi, and I think he's 7 years old this year. I don't really know, but I think 7 years old. And that picture, we have one specific picture. There's a like ancient architecture. That's Forbidden City, where I think we're in Beijing, the capital city of China, and I traveled there with my friend. It's really nice. I traveled there several times because it's too big. You can spend like the whole 2 days there to see what things they have, like what is the stories behind everything, and I think in that picture, in the memory, I put a lot of picture of my teachers in high school.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, see that.
So those pictures I took them with my teachers when I think before I came here. So after I graduated from high school, before I came here, I went back to visit them. I think I miss them a lot. It's been 2 years I haven't seen them, and they offered me a lot of help when I was in high school. So yeah. Oh, there's a picture about I was wearing like a costume clothes. It's a very simple Chinese like costume clothes, like from the past time, like ancient time. It's a very simple one, but so that's we're preparing for a show. Like I think I was preparing a show with my friend. That's just something I was trying it on just to see how it looked like. Yeah.
Nice. And we can't forget your dog. I saw a lot of pictures and videos of your corgi.
I miss him so much. Yeah, it's a corgi.
Okay, yeah. Talk about your dog. How's your dog? Did you bring him to school at all? I know some people do bring their pets. So.
I mean, I came here from China. I cannot bring my dog. I'm alone here. I cannot take care of him as well as I was trying to maintain my like academy things here, and I was just miss him a lot. Yeah, my parents. So recently they just got a tent for camping, so they took a lot of picture of him. Like when they were camping with my dog together. It's just really nice.
Aww,
yeah,
that's really nice. I'm glad that you could see the pictures and relive the moments.
Sometimes I'm just jealous about them.
Oh yeah,
I want to be
there
too.
I would be too.
Yeah,
I have a dog as well, and my mom takes videos of her all the time, and I'm like, why isn't she here? I wish she was here.
Yeah.
But I know you were talking about some highlights, and you did say you were here alone. Let's talk about that. What are some highlights or memories from being here in Oswego?
So, like I said, I've been here for 2 years alone. Like, I didn't came back to visit my family, because of the COVID and some international like relationship between countries. So it's gonna be hard for me to go back to China. So I miss them a lot, and I'm glad my parents helped me a lot to help me maintain a emotionally good. Yeah, so that helps me a lot to maintain a good GPA for now. I think I have a 3.78 something. So after this semester, I hope I can bump it a little bit to 3.8. Yeah, I'll try that. And I gotta say, just on the Friday, I got a award. It's an outstanding award for finance student. And I went to the award convocation. It was nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, there were a lot of students there, but many of them stood out for getting specific awards. Like you got the outstanding award for finance. Congratulations.
Yes.
That's great.
Thank you, though.
And you were saying something about the master's program.
Oh, yeah. So I applied for a couple master programs here, and right now I have 2 offers. One's from Babson, one's from Duke. So yeah, I'll figure out later like which one I really want to go. But yeah, that's a really good news for me. Like, released me a lot of like pressures. I was under such pressure recently, but yes.
Yeah. Wow. Well, hard work pays off for sure. Before we wrap up our time with CV, would you like to say anything to your family, friends, peers that are watching at home?
Yeah, of course. I really want to thank to my parents, of course. They financially and emotionally support me for 2 years. I have suffered mental breakdowns with them. Like, yeah, in the past 2 years, like I gotta call them. Of course, I got a little homesick at the very beginning, so they're just trying to comfort me all the time. support me, and of course they help me to solve some of my actual academic problems, like how to make it like work for me. And of course I want to thank to my friends. I made a lot of wonderful, like very good, nice people here. They're just so nice to me, help me all the time to like release the press, and we hang out a lot. And especially I want to say thank you to my lovely roommate Daria and her whole family. They take care of me and offer me the place to live while the summer break and winter breaks. We went to travel together, and we did a lot of fun things. We have a lot of in commons, so we can share the interests, share the stories every day. Yeah, we're having fun. We didn't have any conflicts and quarrel actually in the past few years. Yeah.
That's a surprise.
And also I learned a lot of good qualities from her, like sympathy, like how you can try to feel like what other people feels. I mean, I do have the ability before, but it's just like I don't really know how to comfort people, how to help them out. But she does know that. She did a lot for me for that. And yeah, and of course I want to say thank you to my professors, of course my advisors, especially my advisors. They give me a lot of useful suggestions for my classwork and for my career plan, for of course my master programs choosing. Oh, they wrote me a lot of recommendations for me, like recommendation letter for me. It's really nice, helped me a lot to go. I mean, I think one of the most reason I can get the program is they helped me about the recommendation letter. Yeah. And of course I want to thank you to the WTOP and ISA invited me here. It's really nice, yeah, to say something about myself, about my own story, to express myself. I love you guys all. Thank you. Yeah.
That was really cute. Thank you so much, CV. Thank you for joining us and sharing your story, CV. Let's take a small break before we have another special guest sharing their story. Stay tuned with International Journey. We will be right back.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast
Look
news.
at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Hello, and welcome back to International Journey. Joining us today in the studio is Mohammed. Please tell us more about you, Mohammed.
What's up, everyone? My name is Mohammed, and I'm an international student from Tajikistan. I'm here in my senior year. I've been here for past 3.5 years, and I'm majoring in chemistry with business administration minor. And thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you, Mohammed, for being here. Can you tell us more about what brought you to America, specifically SUNY Oswego?
Sure. So it all started with a Genius Olympiad. It's a high school Olympiad which is used to be held here in SUNY Oswego, and I applied to participate in the Olympiad. Unfortunately, or maybe I should say fortunately, I wasn't accepted to it. But my high school chemistry professor came here as a team leader, and shout out to him, Hushang Sobirov, and he advised me to apply to this school. After I applied and I got my acceptance from SUNY Oswego, and I did a little bit of research about the school, it was obvious that I wanted to come here and to get my bachelor's degree here.
For sure. Did your professor tell you anything else about SUNY Oswego, or you kind of just trusted him? You were like, I'm going to go for it.
Well, what he said is SUNY Oswego has a great chemistry department, and as well as it's near the lake, and it has a good weather, which arguable, but I trusted him, and I did my research after I got accepted to SUNY Oswego. Yes.
Yeah. And what got you interested in chemistry?
Well, it's also started with me participating in the national and international Olympiads back home, and taking place in the national Olympiads and going to international Olympiads in Czech Republic, Slovakia, Belarus, and Malaysia. My interest to chemistry increased. So I really wanted to do something with chemistry. And after studying a couple courses here at SUNY Oswego, I decided that I will go to academia and eventually will try to make some medicinal drugs to improve medicine overall.
Yeah, and do you have a concentration in chemistry? Is it organic chemistry, inorganic?
Well, actually, I'm just studying chemistry, but further when I will get my PhD, it will be my concentration will be material science, close to organic chemistry, yes.
Very nice. Can you talk about your time? How was your experience coming to America and pretty much living far away from home?
Well, coming back to America was, coming first to America was very interesting. As a 19-year-old far from home, I had only 1.5 months of normal life here in Oswego, and the COVID happened. Everything was pretty much shut down, and next couple semesters it was like Zoom classes, hybrid classes, but I had incredible support system here in Oswego. My friends here back home, my family, especially my parents, I had incredible support from them, so it kept me going, and well, here we are. I'm about to graduate.
You are now the 4th or 5th senior on our show, and everyone has mentioned COVID being a really big part of their experience here at Oswego. Can you talk more about it? Like, what was your day-to-day like then?
Well, it's actually good. Wasn't good. It was unfortunate, but it taught me a lot. Going through all those struggles during COVID, Zoom classes, keeping everything like on schedule, and getting social while campus was shut down. Most offices were online. Was pretty challenging, but as I said before, it was an incredible experience for me. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it taught you a lot about yourself. As many people have said, they learned so much during COVID about themselves and how they were as a student. Zoom classes definitely were hard, I'm sure, especially being a chemistry student. I could never. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I still remember those online labs where we had to imagine that we did something and write a lab report about it. That was funny.
So what happened post-COVID? What was your time like at SUNY Oswego?
So summer 2021, I decided to stay here in SUNY Oswego on campus, and I did my summer research with Dr. Damkaji, along with other student Mohammed. His name is also Mohammed. Well, I want to just mention here that people say Oswego will be boring during summer. I want to mention that Oswego is boring if you are a boring person. But fortunately for me, I'm not a boring person, neither my friends. So we had a lot of fun here during summer, starting from going to movies, watching sunset near the lake, and going around New York State, because New York State has a lot of national parks, and Niagara Falls is close to us, Finger Lakes, and all these places. So I had incredible fun with my friends, and later on we're gonna see the pictures.
That's great. Yeah, during the summer, I feel like that's the best time to explore and everything. Where else did you explore? Did you go outside of New York State at all, or?
Well, that summer travel was a little harsh, and as well as I was working on a project day to day until entire summer. So we pretty much traveled around New York State.
Yeah, okay, that sounds great. Do you have any fun memories that really come to mind? Anything that was exciting for you that you want to share during that summer? I know we talked about like friends and everything. What were some fun memories you've had with them?
Well, there were a lot. There were a lot of memories, and as I said, going to Niagara Falls and other national parks here around New York State was really fun, and pretty much spending time with my friends here in Oswego was incredible.
That does sound like fun. So let's take a quick look at some of Mohammed's memories. That was a really nice memory recap. It seems like you did a lot of traveling, like you said. All right, so we'll talk more about Mohammed's journey after the small break. Till then, stay tuned with International Journey. Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to International Journey. So Mohammed, you mentioned earlier about classes and your interest in your major, but besides that, what involvements do you have?
Well, let's get it back to where it all began. As every other international student, I started working first here, and my first on-campus job was in dining hall. It was an incredible experience. However, since COVID happened, it was short. And after that, during COVID time, most offices were closed or moved back to online. So I didn't work. I didn't get much involved on campus that year, and I was mostly focused on my classes. But I believe fall 2021 was the time that I actually started my involvement on campus. I started working as a resident assistant in Seneca Hall, and at the same time I started tutoring in the tutoring center, Office of Learning Services. Shout out to them. They're also like incredible people. They're a huge support system for me. And since then I'm working as a tutor for almost all chemistry classes. Besides that, recently I started, last semester I started working in admissions office, and I also met like a lot of great people. I believe my lifelong friends, I hope so. And yes, this was some works that I did on campus. Besides this, I was very interested when I came here in judo, and I joined judo club, and after my first semester I became a president. Until this semester I was a president of judo club. Now we are working on transitioning to new officers because I'm graduating. Recently also I joined the rugby team. Shout out to them, incredible people there as well, and I'm working my way up in the rugby, and it's a very interesting sport.
Well, we'll get to that stuff right after this, but you were saying that you worked in the dining halls. Which one is your favorite? Are we going with Cooper, Lakeside? Lakeside's the better option, but Cooper, Lakeside, Pathfinder, what were we saying?
Well, during my time when I used to work in dining hall, I think Lakeside was the best, but now mostly I go to Cooper. I think it's because it's close to Shineman, and also they have ice cream and dinner, so I spend most of my time, my lunch and dinner in Cooper.
Nice. And what's it like being an RA? I mean, you went over that a little bit. I wanted to hear
yes,
more about it.
It's also a very incredible experience working as a resident assistant. It teaches you some leadership skills, some communication skills, working with different people from different backgrounds. And this past 2 years, I've been a resident assistant in one building, Seneca Hall, and having connections with residents and making sure that they feel comfortable, they feel protected in a sense, and if they have any troubles, they should be comfortable coming to talking to us, resident assistants. It makes you get out from your comfort zone and make connections, talk to people, and make sure that their college experience is smooth.
For sure, definitely. Do you have any tips for people that are going to become RAs soon? Me?
Well, yes. The only thing I would say is that I took it from one of my old friends, Yahya. He used to say, do what you want to be remembered for. So if you want to be remembered as a nice, caring resident assistant, I would say make sure that your residents feel safe, feel connected, and check up on them. Make sure that their academics and their social life is balanced and they're doing good.
Nice. And you're also a tutor. You said you tutor most of the chemistry classes?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's
so
right.
How's that going for you?
It's going actually pretty nice. I have a couple tutees that are now usual. They come like twice a week probably, and they're planning to take next level chemistry classes, and some of them recently talked to me that said that you're graduating, that said that we need to find another tutor for for that chemistry class that we are taking, and also meeting some people outside of the tutoring center in dining hall somewhere on campus, and some of them you recognize, but you don't recognize their names, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And they will be like, "Oh, I know you. You were my tutor. Because of you, I passed that class. You helped me to pass that class. Oh, I did great in that test." And it's something that makes you feel better, makes you feel happy that you was the reason you helped them to go through their struggles or through their classes, I would say, and that's why I'm being a tutor.
Right.
Still, yes.
And that's not even all. You're even in admissions. So you work in the desk area, right? I know that. But what else do you do? Are you a tour guide?
Well, I started as a tour guide, and after working almost a semester, I applied to be I applied to work in the office, and I was accepted. So I'm having my shifts in welcome desk, answering phone calls from other prospective students who are trying to come to SUNY Oswego, and it's also a very incredible experience with incredible people.
That's great. I recognized a lot of the people that you're friends with were in the video, and they're also in admissions. So I know you guys have a big bond there. You all are very close.
Yes. We recently had admitted student days. It was a day-long program, and it was a good experience.
Very nice. So before, you were talking about judo club. You were talking about vice president of MSA. Continue on. What else are you big part of?
Sorry, I'm all over the places,
no,
but we can continue with the clubs.
Yeah.
So I started as a vice president in the Muslim Student Association, and it's been almost 2 years that I'm now president.
Wow.
And same with the judo club, I'm working to transition to new officers so that they will keep club going next year when I'm not here.
Yeah, and chemistry club and rugby club. Wow, that's awesome. You're very involved.
Yes, in the chemistry club and rugby team, I'm just like involved, just like a participant. So I recently joined the rugby team, and our captains were very helpful. I never played rugby before, and they helped me to transition to start playing. And we had a couple scrimmage and couple games already, and I'm planning to continue on playing rugby.
That's great. I hope you continue to do great. So let's continue to take a look at a video showing some of Mohammed's work and achievements. That's a great video, Mohammed. You looked very professional in a lot of those photos.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of your internships and research projects. I know you mentioned the summer one. What else have you done?
Sure. So I've been working for my first 2 years in the lab of Dr. Damkaji. Shout out to my professor, Dr. Femi Damkaji. Yes, this is our experience during summer of 2021. There was when I started working on my first project, my research project, and after Dr. Femi Damkaji moved to a different school, I joined the lab, Dr. Mir Jafari's lab, and since then I've been working on the ionic liquids as a gene delivery agent, and I had the opportunity to present my project in a couple places, like a SUNY undergraduate research conference, which was last week in New York City in SUNY Maritime, as well as presenting my project this past week in Quest. And part of my research was working with ionic liquids, and I've been very lucky to publish my first publication this past February in Journal of American Chemical Society, Physical Chemistry, and I'm hoping to get a couple more publications before I leave.
That's wonderful. Good for you. I think that's really something nice. I saw that on your LinkedIn actually, so good job.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of your awards. What else have you gotten or received?
Well, as a big fan of chemistry and doing chemistry for a couple years already, I received a couple of awards from chemistry department, one of them being National American Chemical Society Award for Analytical Chemistry, which I took last year, and this year, this past Friday actually, in honors convocation, I've been awarded with National American Chemical Society for Organic Chemistry. And as well as after presenting my research in the Quest, I got a Sigma Xi, I believe, best oral presentation, which I will get it tomorrow at dinner, I believe so. Okay. And yes, these were some awards that I took from chemistry department. I wanted to shout out right now about to chemistry department. There are amazing people, all professors in the chemistry department, and thank you so much for your support, for your help.
Yeah, so on the topic of saying thank yous, would you like to say anything to your friends, families, and peers watching at home?
Well, yes, first of all, I wanted to give a big shout out, big thank you to my parents, to my family, my siblings. It was because of them that I'm here. It was their continuous support, financial and emotional support throughout these years. And if I missed one thing from home, being here in Oswego, it's definitely my family and my mom's food. And I want to give a big shout out to all my friends here in SUNY Oswego, the friends that I made here, and friends back home. It's a huge list, so I'm not gonna say names because I'm scared that I'm gonna forget somebody, and it's not gonna be a pleasant experience for me. So big thank you, shout out to all of you guys. Thank you for the support, and thank you for WTOP and amazing crew that we have here. Thank you for the ISA for being a continuous support to international students. Thank you for the president of ISA, Haley. And thank you to you, Jolie.
Aw, thank you, Mohammed. That was wonderful. That was so beautifully said. And honestly, just thank you for being here and sharing your story, because a lot of students love to hear this. And kudos to the international students that do school so far away from home. I give you guys so much credit. But thank you. It was wonderful getting to know Sivi and Mohammed tonight. Thanks to all our viewers at home for watching our show. Be sure to follow our Instagram at isa.internationaljourney. For those on campus, there will be a formal hosted by International Student Association on April 30th. Till next time, have a great night, everyone.